What's up everybody? Welcome to day 3 with EDC. It's Notorious Lynch here with one dance left and data transmission. We are here with this man to my left. He needs no introduction. It is Mr. Dom Dollar. Thanks for joining us, man.
Mate,
how are you?
Thank you very much
Good
for
stuff.
having me.
Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Tell us a little bit about your week. How's your EDC week going? How's your festival been so far?
Mate, it's been pretty turbo. I got here on Wednesday, played a pool party, burned the candle a bit, slept for like 12 hours that night. I moved straight into Neon Garden, which is more of like a sort of like underground house techno stage.
Yeah.
Loved that set. It was a bit of a weird one because the main stage, the wind was so high, the main stage shut down.
Right. Yeah.
So it was full to begin with, but then all of a sudden I could see people like spilling out off into the distance that were like trying to get in.
Right,
so yeah, it's been pretty wild, and I had the day off yesterday, and then today playing main stage, Kinetic
Good
Field.
stuff. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. So you've been playing EDC obviously for many years, but this is your first time moving to the Kinetic Field, the main stage. How are you feeling about that?
Man, it's pretty incredible. It's I think the most exciting thing for me is I haven't really had to change anything about what I do. It's almost like the zeitgeist of the music that's on trend is just sort of like moved in my direction.
Yeah.
So I think that's the thing I'm most excited about is just getting up there, doing my thing. It's an enormous crowd. I think it's going to be like, I don't know, 80,000 or the biggest crowd I've ever played to tonight.
Big time, yeah.
So I think I'm just excited maybe win some people over that aren't familiar with me, and yeah, really knock it over the head.
I'm pretty sure you're going to do that. We caught your set the other night in the Neon Garden. It was real rave style. So when you're playing Kinetic Field tonight, obviously main stage feel, is that going to kind of change your approach to your music selection, or how are you going to DJ compared to the Neon Garden?
I think in a main stage like that where there's a lot of people who might be first timers or they're not necessarily into the Neon Garden underground house techno stuff, I just mix a bit quicker. I play a little bit less techno, play more of sort of the original edits of my music, but other than that, like, I don't know, I think it's pretty transferable, the stuff that works on that stage versus the stuff that works on Kinetic Field.
Yeah.
For me anyway, I try not to overthink it. I just kind of do what I do, and if people like it, they like it, and if they don't like it, then...
Excellent, that's what it's all about. So we heard your new track, Strangers, with Mansionaire. We love it. Tell us about you have a new song coming out as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, the Mansionaire record, I was like a sort of a step back towards a sort of melodic direction that I used to be sort of known for before I sort of started moving into a sort of a techier, the sort of Take It, San Francisco, that sort of stuff. So, I don't know, for me that was good to just sort of like, I don't know, step into the old Dom Dollar way, and working with a band like Mansionaire, they're such incredible songwriters, and we sat in the studio and had that done in the space of like 2 hours.
Excellent.
So it was all just tweaking production, testing it at shows, but my new record coming up, Miracle Maker, super excited about that. That's the vocalist's name's Clementine Douglas. She's a really good friend of mine. Amazing voice. It's so powerful. But going for this full like 90s throwback rave style record. I'm going to open with it tonight. It's been working really, really well at shows.
Nice. We look forward to it. Good stuff.
Fingers crossed everyone enjoys it as much as I enjoyed making it.
Excellent. So post EDC, what have you got going on? Obviously data transmission is based in the UK. Have you got some stuff coming up in Europe and the UK where the fans there can catch you?
I think I'm heading straight off to Italy. But in terms of UK, after that I've got Parklife, Creamfields North, a bunch of Ibiza dates. I've got some with Sunny Federa, Gorgon City, Claptone. So I think I'm going to be spending a couple of months over in Europe and the UK. You'll see a lot more of me, which is
excellent. Cool. Great stuff. We look forward to it. Final question, because I know you're busy and we don't want to take up too much more of your time.
My pleasure.
Always with somebody like you, I want to ask some of your advice for all the DJ producers that stick with data transmission. Got any advice for up and coming DJ producers? Like maybe one thing you can give some advice on?
Trust your own taste.
Trust your own taste.
The more don't chase trends. I think for me it's about like I've kind of like stuck to my guns for quite a long time, and as we can see here, kind of the trend moved in vogue towards what I was doing. Not through any fault of my own, but I just sort of did what I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Beyond that, make sure you can sleep sitting up, because you're going to be spending a lot of time on airplanes. That's something I didn't figure out that I needed to know how to do before I started touring. So I'm sitting up on planes, like my head rolling around trying to fall asleep. So go to your living room, sit down, learn how to sleep sitting up, because if you can't do it, you might have to pick another job.
Well, you're doing something right, because you got 12 hours last night, so you're doing more than most. But listen, we won't take up any more of your time. Appreciate you, man. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one tonight. Thank you.
See you soon, guys.